Entrepreneurship theory has been changing throughout the business growth and has received numerous definitions and characteristics from different people who believe that some qualities are common among most entrepreneurs. The entrepreneurship's foundation are based on economics and other such disciplines such as history, politics, education, culture, and technology. The common forum of debates accepts that the concept entrepreneurship is derived from the French concept entreprendre, which matches closely with the English concept of business conduct, which is to undertake. From a business point of view, to undertake simply means to start a business. Though there are so many definitions of the term entrepreneurship, we can define it as the system of operating a business to exploit the opportunities existed in a segment of the market. This means that entrepreneurship makes use of the available opportunities within the economic system to create a new organization. Aside from the creation or building of organization, entrepreneurship also covers the following function: providing self-employment, utilization of available resources, innovation applied to the novel concept, bringing together multiple factors of production in a tangible manner, identifying and exploiting business opportunities within the available market. Individuals who create a new business is called entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs can identify the business opportunities in a given scenario, which will lead to the creation or innovation of new products and services. In the development of new products and services, entrepreneurs will employ new production methodologies and will use various resources so that they can function and gain profit from it. The Australian-born American economist and political scientist by the name Joseph Alois Schumpeter listed some characteristics of an entrepreneur. His list was created believing that it was formed after the many disparate theories defining entrepreneurship. The characteristics are distinctly identified from one person to another, which explains why not all people can be entrepreneurs. The following are: number 1, risk bearer. They can or they engage in work that has certain degree of uncertainty. Coordinators and organizers. They arrange the details of certain events and organize entities to work effectively together within a set of purpose and objective. Gap fillers. They identify the void between events and situation, then provide something to solve the void. Leaders. They see how things can be improved and who rallies people to move towards the better vision. Innovators. As innovators, they create new ideas and ways on how to do things. And lastly, being creative imitators. They can see something works for their situation and innovate it. We can argue that this characteristic can be developed. There are many possible situations why someone did not have the chance to establish his or her own business. One situation is when someone is not aware of his or her talent and hidden skills. These people are commonly employed or forced to work in an organization. These individuals can still be categorized as entrepreneur when they do not share the employer-employee relations with their bosses. We call these people as entrepreneur, which operates as collaborators and treated as visionaries in an organization. These people has tendencies to leave the organization and start their business to pursue their ideas. Keep in mind that an entrepreneur is a person who enters a venture through a startup model of business and tries to establish it. This is done while taking risk and bringing together the factors of production to address a cost and making a profit out of it at the same time. However, if this entrepreneur works for an organization to exploit business opportunities without laying business capitals and infrastructure, they are called intrapreneur. When an entrepreneur is only interested in bringing innovations through technology and use this technological innovation to create business opportunities, they are called technopreneur. People are driven by their motivation. Motivation makes people act the way they do. The step of becoming an entrepreneur is the entrepreneurial motivation. Many research was conducted on entrepreneurial motivation and come up with several factors that motivate individuals to become entrepreneurs. The issue with entrepreneurial motivation is that many scholars do not agree on all the special characteristics that an individual should possess to be an entrepreneur, because there are many successful entrepreneurs that does not possess the characteristics identified by experts. Hence, scholars now identify a set of several human motivations that influences the entrepreneurial process and have concluded that the entrepreneurial spirit are not solely the result of human action. External factors such as economy, the availability of business capital, competitors, and government regulations are also important factors in entrepreneurship. There are many non-motivational factors that also influences entrepreneurship. Some of the most proponent of them are as follows: unsatisfactory work environment, unwanted career transition, and positive pull influences. Apart from this, there are many other characteristics such as established family business, childhood, family environment, education, age, and work history. Some of the most important factors behind entrepreneurships are the desire to apply innovative thoughts, the desire for independent functioning, a desire for financial influences, their desire to achieve personal goals, and the need for achievement. Entrepreneurs realize that they should engage in activities or tasks where they must share a high degree of individual responsibility for outcomes. These individuals know how to deal with situations in which they can achieve results through their efforts by utilizing their available resources, which helps them to achieve difficult goals through a timely and transparent feedback mechanism. Entrepreneurs have the effort and skills to design plans that has a moderate risk. When an individual seeks for higher achievement and motivated by it, they are always willing to take calculated moderate risk. It's what we call risk-taking propensity or tendency. Entrepreneurs take moderate risks because it is both challenging and achievable. Hence, make them motivated. As entrepreneurs understands that there will always be a difficulty in explaining the concept of his idea of innovation to other people, entrepreneurs need to have a good tolerance of ambiguity. He must be ready to answer tough questions related to his idea so that investors will be relaxed and assured that the idea is worth investing for. The characteristic of an entrepreneur gives them the capability in performing their roles, leading to the effective function and operation of their business. These rules are the same as the basic managerial rules such as figurehead role. The entrepreneur needs to be the head of the organization and participate in ceremonial duties such as representing the organization in formal and informal events, or even being the public spokesperson whenever there is a press release and related activities. An entrepreneur should also act as the leader because an entrepreneur may need to bring people with dissenting views and approaches to work together as a team. So he needs to be good with his people management and leadership skills. He has to lead the people by hiring, firing, training, and motivating his resources when it is necessary. He should also be the liaison officer of his organization. He should be the source of link with the outside world and business houses, always trying to find an opportunity of working together with other big organizations. The entrepreneur acts as a regulatory body too. He monitors both the internal and the external environment of the business constantly. Information provider and receiving role. Entrepreneur should also act as the organization representative and transmit information internally and externally. As a spokesman, he needs to be the source of knowledge about his company to potential investors and collaborators. Entrepreneurial role. This is the basic role of an entrepreneur. He or she declares new ideas for the organization, brainstorm it with employees and friends, and then bears the risk of the unsuccessful implementation. The entrepreneur needs to act as the mediator and bring people with dissenting thoughts to the table and get them motivated to work together. He needs to handle the conflict and get the team to focus constantly on the goal. The entrepreneur needs to find out how the available resources can be allocated between different departments of the organization to suit their demands and necessities. This helps them achieve the organizational goals and objectives. The entrepreneur must negotiate on behalf of the organization both internally with the staff as well as with external investors or collaborators. At such opportunities, the entrepreneur need to be more focused on their role of being a win-win deal breaker. Apart from the mentioned role, there are some specific entrepreneurial role that a person is supposed to fill up in his duties of being an entrepreneur. These are divided into 3 categories, which are as follows. The social role that includes creating opportunities for entrepreneurship, creating job or employment opportunities in the society, engaging in social welfare services of distributing income and wealth, and transforming a standard working procedure into a more modern approach. Next is the economic role of the entrepreneur, which includes bearing the risk of failing in business, mobilizing the revenue of the organization properly, utilization of human resources in a cost-efficient manner, and providing channels for further economic growth in the organization. Next is the technological role of an entrepreneur, which includes changing traditional technology to modern systems, adapting improved technology to business environment, utilization of available technology in the production process, and developing efficiency and competence in the workforce through technology. Entrepreneurs can be categorized based on their working relations in the business environment. There are various types of entrepreneur, but these are the 4 dominant types. The innovative entrepreneur. This type of entrepreneur is more interested in introducing some new ideas into the market, the organization, and in the nation. They are drawn towards innovation and invest a lot of time and wealth in doing research and development. Next is the imitating entrepreneurs. These are often disparagingly referred to as copycats. They commonly observe an existing successful system and replicate it in the manner where all of the deficiencies of the original business model are addressed and all its efficiencies are retained. These entrepreneurs help to improve the existing product or production process and can offer suggestions to enhance the use of better technology. Third is the Fabian entrepreneur. These are entrepreneurs that are very careful in their approaches and cautious in adopting any changes. They are not prone in sudden decisions and try to shy away from the innovations or change that doesn't fit their narratives. Last is the drone entrepreneurs. These are entrepreneurs who do not like a change. They are considered as old school. They want to do business in their own traditional or orthodox methods of production and systems. And such people attach pride and tradition to even outdated methods of doing business.